We'll do that one in a minute. The Texas game that just came in, that's for Mr. Do. We'll do that. I actually had a Texas game requested the other night, and did not manage it. Now, because it's the 4th of July, I'm going to change my Texas camo. Ordinarily on my Texas, I fly the Lone Star camo, like you do. However, she does have this pretty Stars and Stripes camo, and I think that is appropriate for today. So, that's what we're going to do today. Why do I... Odd choice. Okay. Anyway, all right. So, this is USS Texas. This is for Mr. Do. No, 4BF, do the giveaway after this game. I like to let the early bird giveaway stew a couple of games, and then we'll do it, okay? Buccaneer, it's interesting. My family, my mother's side of the family, very much has a tradition of military service. My dad's not so much, not for any reason, just because they're just not how they're inclined. Both of my grandfathers on both sides were active duty World War II, as most were in that generation. My dad's dad, my paternal grandfather, was United States Army. He was an enlisted grunt in the Army, did a little bit of time in the European theater, spent about 2 weeks as a prisoner of war, and was sent home, and his war was over fairly quickly. My maternal grandfather was lied about his age to enlist in the Navy, became a combat medic, I guess, a corpsman on like a hospital ship. Spent most of his time in the Pacific trying to put Marines back together. He did not talk about that portion of his service very much. Thank you, Silence. Appreciate the follow. And got out of the Navy when the war was over, went to college, and then got called back up for Korea and stayed in. So at the end of the day, my maternal grandfather retired after 32 years active duty service, retired as a Master Chief. On that side of the family, he had 2 daughters and 2 sons. One of his sons was a tanker in the United States Army, my youngest uncle on that side. Obviously, my mother and her sister did not serve. In the era they were born, that was not much of a thing. However, my aunt married a naval aviator, an academy grad, an Annapolis grad, a 1968 academy grad. And then we are not, Castle. I went over to change that and forgot to fix it, but I'll do it in a minute. And then his son is the one that just retired as an 05 full commander. And then I've got the uncle that was in the Army. One of his sons is now, I kid you not, in the United States Space Force. He was an AF ROTC grad at Purdue and went to Space Command in Colorado Springs. And then when the Space Force was started, whatever, founded, they moved his commission from Air Force Space Command to United States Space Force. So last Christmas, everyone in the family got some kind of gear, shirt, hat, whatever, that has the USSF logo and on it. It was hilarious. We were all just cracking up. It was really funny. I don't think so, Ranger. So we have quite a bit of it in the family. I would have been. Hang on, am I locked on this guy? Yeah. Stupid rock, get out of my way. I attempted to be in the United States Navy. So my cousin who retired as the full commander, he and I. Ooh, that's a good looking salvo. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, yikes. He and I were both in Naval ROTC at Vanderbilt at the same time. I had gone to Vandy as a freshman. I did not have a scholarship. My plan was to do a year of non-scholarship thing in ROTC and then reapply. I was turned down as a senior in high school. The trick is that at the end of that year, it would have been the federal fiscal year. Hang on a minute. I got to look for a target here now that my guns have reloaded. Of course, the end of the federal fiscal year is the end of September, early October, and long story short, Mr. October with the gifted subs. Thank you. The Normandy is doing the French thing and he's reversing. Well, that makes sense. Long story short, I was picked up for a scholarship a few weeks into my freshman semester. The problem was it was dependent on passing a Department of Defense Medical Review Board physical, which I did not pass because at the time I wore very thick glasses, and they determined that my vision basically disqualified me from all active duty military service regardless of branch. This was in the Clinton era, and I was denied a waiver, as you would expect, because we were busy downsizing the American military in that era. So, yeah. Weekend Warrior, I would love to hear the answer to that question, because if they recommend Flounder, I want to know why. I think Flounder's terrible. DJ, welcome in, my friend. Oh, ouch. Why am I taking 10k from a Normandy at that range? What the hell? Welcome in, Deej. How's it going? All right, you jerk. You big fat French bully who only knows reverse. Yeah, and I didn't lead him right either. He turned out of most of that, yeah. But I can see the Duca. Let's turn north. Let's get the guns flipped and run north. SAT, I think, SAT, oh, the Mad Lad's back, ladies and gentlemen. The Mad Lad is back. Welcome, DJ. Happy holiday. Thank you. Actually, wait, do you remember what I said earlier about the hype train thing? That's not true. That's not true. Boom, fireworks. Thank you, DJ. Thank you, DJ. I saw somebody say that they were disqualified from Submariner because of their vision. That was my problem. I wanted to drive submarines. In the United States Navy, when you're trying to get in, they don't care what you want to do. They just care that you can or can't get in, right? I was never going to fly planes. I never wanted to fly planes. I wanted to drive submarines, and they were like, oh, no, you can't do that. Feel the power of my Bofors! Rah! Classic with the bits. Thank you much. Now, you know, I think I'm going to have to send a dirty note to Twitch, right? DJ comes in here and drops 100 subs, which he's wont to do on occasion, right? Oh, there's the level 5 hype train. Okay, my bad. I was like, did I even get one? It's very delayed. There it goes. What I remember about Texas is when Texas not only shot down planes, but Texas was a no-fly zone because you could push her AA bubble out. You can't do that anymore, right? Her AA bubble is 3.5, and that's all you get. DJ, how you doing, man? How's your holiday weekend shaping up? How's the writing going? Okay, and I gotta remember to aim for the stern of the Ranger. His citadels are all back aft. I might have underled him, if I'm honest. Looks like those are gonna... Yeah, I underled him. He's booking it, kids. Yep, alright, so we gotta lead him a little better.
You crazy son.
Dan with the resub! Welcome in, thank you so much. There we go. Oh my goodness, the Fuso didn't miss, did he? Yikes. Alright, let's try again. I think I can finish him. Think I can... Is he trying to turn? He's trying to turn. You're trying to angle the battleships? I don't think that's going to work out the way you want, Mr. Ranger. In fact, I think I've got you. Yep. Texas says get wrecked. Now, the Normandy's coming through mid, so we need to get turned and angled out. Let me get this turned. The Ranger does have some speed, but she has no armor, right? The thing eats citadels for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like they're going out of style. Ugh, stop it, Texas. You outturn your turrets. You make me angry. Yeah, too late. I had the shot, but I can't maneuver this fat pig because of how her turrets turn. So apparently, Mr. October, they made him reset 8 lines at once, which just that feels terrible. I feel bad for the dude, man. What are you gonna do, Mr. Normandy? You're gonna die, apparently. Well, I guess I should burn a heal. I mean, I'm not really surprised that carriers reach a point where they get some speed, right? Like, that was absolutely the point of the carrier, was to move. Carriers had to have speed to launch and recover aircraft. So the fact that carriers are fast shouldn't shock anybody. The rest of the fleet had to basically be modified to keep up, right? I should have just left the HE. This Normandy and I are going to have a conversation, and I think I'm going to get my ass kicked. He's firing HE. And missing. Alright, sure, I guess. Took one of those. Alright, he's settled into a course. Let's lead him a bit. Texas's guns just feel so bad half the time.
The ship is on fire.
Alright, we know this guy's DCP is probably down. I'm going to keep the HE loaded this time. We'll see if we can't just burn his ass down. Ryujo's doing a great job of hounding this guy, though. I mean, he's in mid, he's by himself. That's exactly what he ought to be doing.
Problem solved, sir.
You're not the only one who can fire HE, sir. Yeah, enjoy your fires.
The ship is on fire.
Wow, you're lucky, Chaser. I had to fight to try to get them to take me, and they still didn't want me. Alright, I think I've got the Normandy between the shells and the fire. Come on. Ah! Stupid Iron Duke stole it. Alright, let's go fight in New Mexico. What could possibly go wrong? Well, welcome in, everybody. Happy 4th. Hope you're all doing well. Remember, guys, we're doing a quick early bird giveaway. This will be the last game before we give that stuff out. I've got my last 6 camo codes from the previous batch to blow out. Want to get rid of them. So, you guys hang out and make sure you're entered the giveaway. We might have some loot for you. All right, let's go New Mexico hunting, I guess. I look at my damage total and realize that more than half my damage total came from the very first salvo. I hear you, Chaser. I hear you. Well, they downsized so quickly, right? This is, you know, there was a lot to dislike about the Clinton-era military policy in the U.S., right? Which was, oh, the Cold War's over. Stop spending money on defense. Spend it on everything else. Okay, I mean, I could understand the sentiment. But then, by the back end of the Clinton administration, they were like, oh, let's go to Serbia, and oh, let's do this, and oh, let's send troops over there. And it was like, well, fellas, hold up. I feel like there's been a slight miscalculation in your military budget. Maybe y'all should look into that. So yeah, by the late 90s, they were probably scrambling for people. My problem is I fell right in the middle. I fell in basically fall of 95, spring of 96. And they didn't want me anymore. What is with all the battleships firing HE?
The ship is on fire.
Why is that even a thing? I wish this guy would take the torpedoes out against this new mechs. Ah, here we go. But alright, I'll fire the HE. Sure. How bad was my vision? It was bad. I won't pretend I know the number. I don't speak optometrist, right? I just know it was bad. Sam guy with the resub. Thank you very much. Most people put vision in terms of 20 this or 20, 2400 or whatever. I have no idea. I only know that whatever measure sticks they were using, it was very, very bad, and they didn't want me. So that's all I remember. I will see if we can lull this guy into a false sense of security. We'll light him on fire. Okay, his DCP's down. Rio's bringing back the torps. That's what we needed. Let's show him the bow for a bit. It's fine. I don't even care. I'll try and... So, Chaser, I saw a fascinating statistic the other day, right? There was a time in the U.S. where we spent quite a bit of money on our military budget, but non-military spending is now like 400... It's huge. It's some obnoxious amount higher than military spending in the United States, right? Used to be the other way around. Like, military spending was, oh, good hit, a notable chunk of the American budget. It's not anymore. Like, it's just not. We piss away money on all kinds of other crazy things now. So all these guys, you know, there's all these people that are like, oh, well, just stop spending money on the military and start spending on that. Well, yeah, but by the time you stop spending money on the military, it's like a drop in the bucket compared to all the other stuff that we piss away money on now. It's kind of ridiculous. Manhattan, I haven't heard that one, Ballistics. I'll have to check that one out. Blast, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Happy 4th of July. I guess I could heal. Alright. I feel like base defense has been achieved. New Mexico is dead. Between me and you, Joe, we did good work there. So let's run up and support this Omaha near the cap circle and see what we can do. But yeah, essentially my military career we never got off the ground. I was essentially a casualty of the Clinton administration. You know, I'll never forget we had 2 Marines in the unit, right? The NROTC unit. When you join an NROTC unit, you are given the choice. You can go naval option or Marine option. Okay. There are naval officers regular naval officers, line officers that work the unit, right? I think we had a commander ran the thing. He had a series of lieutenants and JGs. Each one has like a class advisor, right? Like freshman, sophomore, senior, junior, and all this stuff. Every class had an advisor. And then we had 2 Marines. You had a major. It was Major, I want to say his name was Major Haysacker. He was like the lead Marine, and he had a gunny that worked for him. And then you had some storekeeper, like enlisted guys down that worked the equipment issue, the uniforms and books and all this other stuff that the Navy guys ran. I think we had 2 storekeepers. That sounds right. Something along these lines. Anyway, the Major was an awesome dude. And that was the guy who, when I started getting letters back from medical people telling me, you know, we need this information and, oh, we're going to throw you out. He was the guy, rather than my class advisor, he was the guy that basically would talk to me and kind of gently break that news to me. Really just fabulous officer. You know, the kind of guy that you don't, at the time you don't realize how good you have it, but later on you look back and you think, that guy was really good at his job, right? And I'll never forget when he called me in the first time. He was like, you know, here's what we've got in the letter and and we're going to try and get you a waiver. He goes, I don't know that this is going to work. You know, he's not an idiot. He knows how the world works and where we were militarily. And I was like, all right, well, we're going to try, right? And he told me, he goes, I want to try this because you're one of the people, you know, in an ROTC unit, there's a mix. There's the mixture of people that are there because they either want to serve or there because they just want a free ride through college is split. There's some split. Usually, I don't know, 50-50, 60-40, whatever it is. And so I do not know Blast. And so I was, you know, he knew that I was one of the people that's like, I actually wanted to be in the Navy. This was my way in. I didn't want to go to Annapolis. I don't think I had the grades to go to Annapolis anyway. And it was kind of like, I didn't really want to put up with the crap at Annapolis. I wanted a regular college experience and then get my, you know, get a degree, get a commission, go serve for a while, maybe make a career out of it if I like it. And if I don't like it, well, then I've got a degree and I've paid off my service and I can go do other things. And I'll never forget when he came to tell me that my scholarship, my waiver had been denied. He was just, the guy was heartbroken, right? Like, I had joined color guard second semester. And so we did color guard for like home basketball games. The Vandy basketball team is usually pretty good. So we had gone down, hang on a minute, I got a shot to take. We had gone down to the arena and worked color guard like this, one of these home girls basketball games. And I'm coming off the court, you know, we're taking off our gear and disassembling flags and everything. Oh, I missed him. And he kind of, you know, gives me one of these and pulls me aside, and, you know, you can tell by his body language this is not good news, right? And so, you know, he gives me, you know, waiver's been denied, you know, to go by this the unit tomorrow and turn on uniforms and everything and sign some paperwork. And I was like, okay, you know, and we knew it was coming, but the guy was just such a good guy. He was just heartbroken. You could tell he was just not happy that he had to do this. Those look like they might be good shots. Come on, shots. No. Fail. Fail. Yeah, you guys are mocking military spending. There's a lot to mock in military spending. Don't get me wrong, but it's funny, right? Because I built ships for the Navy for the first 4 or 5 years of my professional career. I've seen how the sausage is made. It's not pretty. It's not pretty, man. It's not a conversation you want to have with people. What is this guy gonna do? You gonna turn all the way around this way? You gonna just turn back to? No. He turned again. God, this Murmansk is so irritating. The new patrol ships. I have not, Striker. Send one of the mods a link and then throw it in. Oh, excellent. Good job, Iron Duke. I'm gonna T-bone you and I don't even care. Get T-boned. You can turn in front of me and I don't have a lot of sympathy. Oh, Ryujo wipes him out. It's over. Let's see if I can get the long-range Omaha shot from downtown. No. I think our Omaha's going to get him. No. Maybe. Maybe. One shell. Oh, I ricocheted a shell off that dude. Are you kidding me? Ah, Ryujo got him. Son of a bitch. And the quarterback is toast. Ugh. Yeah, I loved working for NAVSEA so much that I left after 4 years. I was like, this is not a thing. This is not a thing, kids. Anyway, USS Texas by request. There we go. All done.